Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin, principal of Simply Improve Health, and I help people to train better and longer, have better sleep, and enjoy better quality of health using simple plant-based and native to the body products and simple techniques. This evening, I'm going to be talking about my absolute favorite subject, which is dreams. Now, most people don't pay attention to their dreams. They usually think that they're nonsense or the result of a dodgy dinner. But I'm going to share with you why I put credence in dreams and why it forms quite a large part of the basis for my work. And in fact, on another live, I think I'll describe for you exactly why who I am has directly impacted what I do. But for the moment, I'm going to share with you my thoughts about dreams as lifelines. Dreams are a method of the unconscious mind of floating up information that could be very useful to us if we take the time to understand the message or to decipher the message and then use the information. Now, personally, I'm a great believer in dreams. I'm a fourth generation dreamer. Um, it's a talent that runs through the women in my family, and my particular gift is not only to dream, but also to be able to understand the dreams of others and to help them to understand those dreams and to use that information. Now, personally, in my dreams, they've not only literally saved my life, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but they also brought joy into my life or back into my life at a period that was very low for me, very sad for me. So I'm a great believer in dreams. I've been dreaming practically all of my life. Um, and it wasn't until I got a little bit older that I was able to actually even divulge that information. So for me to sit here and to tell you that I work with dreams that and that I'm a dreamer is unusual in and of itself. It's been many years for, for me to be able to accept that role. It wasn't something that I accepted or at least broadcast to others with ease. Or even, but what I'd like to communicate with you is that dreams have information that can be very, very useful for us and very powerful as well. For example, I made mention of the fact that I said that dreams actually saved my life, and they did. I believe they did because when I changed my behavior in accordance to the dreams and other things that were going on, that particular dream went away. It stopped. I stopped having it, but it was a recurring dream for months and months and months. I kept dreaming about shipwrecks and disasters and all kinds of craziness. And even as I was dreaming, thinking to myself, what the hell? Even I, who experienced it interpreting dreams, couldn't figure heads or tails of this one. And I just had to leave it alone. I noted it and left it alone. But what I did notice is that the dreams diminished and abruptly stopped when I finally made a decision to make a move, to literally make a move and leave New York and return here to the UK. Now, you could argue it's a coincidence. I mean, you you just happen to have dreams that coincided with something that happened in my life. It just didn't happen in my life. It happened in many, many lives because what those dreams helped me to avoid was 9/11. because the building that I worked with was connected to the towers, and I would walk through those towers every single day to and from work and during the course of my work as a stockbroker. So it was a crucial decision that I made in deciding to return here. And I don't think it's coincidence that these terrible dreams about shipwrecks, which, if ancient shipping terminology, airships was how they referred to airplanes. So shipwrecks, in this case, airship wrecks, was what I kept having dreams about and waking up in a terror, um, without understanding why, other than that there was something horrible that was going on. So because I made the decision to, based on those dreams and based on other things that were happening at the same time, to move, um, and to place myself in a different situation, which, as the case may be, a year and a little bit after I moved, that disaster happened. And I could very well at that time of day have been caught up in that maelstrom. So I truly believe in the power of dreams to send us information. Not always that dramatic, but certainly the power to give us information that is vital for us in some way. Now, everything isn't that dramatic. I mean, I've also had dreams that brought my current husband to me after the death of my first husband. Again, I could have left it. My life would have taken a completely different direction, and I may not even be sitting here talking to you as a result of that different decision. But I followed the pointers, if you will, or signposts indicated by the dream, and contacted this gentleman that I had been out of contact with for a number of years, and ended up getting married again, and moving to London. So, and it's not just huge incidents like that I have based my decisions upon, but smaller things in my life as well. Whether to work with a particular associate in terms of business, all kinds of things. But all through it all, I had to learn to understand who I was and accept who I was. And for a long time, that was not the case. I wasn't quite ashamed of who I was, but I was reticent about putting basically a bullseye on my forehead, because people might think I was too out there and too weird to deal with. So I ended up cutting off myself from a part of myself, to make others feel more comfortable. Hi, Linda. So it wasn't until I really took stock and actually started to follow my dreams, both as a person who dreams for others as well as for myself, that my life started to actually change. So it was those single individual decisions to take heed to the dreams that came to me or were presented to me by others. And if they're presented by others, it's about getting them to elicit the messages that are contained in the dreams for them, not for me, for them. So I just help facilitate that process. But it took a leap of faith for me to get to that point, to actually not only listen to what the dreams were saying, but to act upon them. And that's what I teach people how to do. And it's my passion, is that to be able to not only work with people in their dreams, but to get them to work with their dreams and to understand them, because there's so much information contained in those short little bursts of dream time that we experience and remember. And if you say you don't remember your dreams, don't worry. I said, there are things you can do, simple things you can do to be able to help you to remember. And that's also something that I teach. Now, for years, I mean, I was a banker for 20 years, and I worked as a therapist for a charity for 15 years. And even then, um, I was getting closer to what made me feel happy and want to get up in the morning and do work, but I wasn't quite there yet. It wasn't until I started not only listening to my dreams and listening to the dreams of others, but being uh, forthright enough or honest enough or unashamed enough, perhaps, to be able to tell people that. And so they started flocking to me. So I was holding me back because I was afraid that people wouldn't want to put credence. Oh, hello, Angela. That people wouldn't put credence in what I had to offer. But that single decision, that single time that I said, yes, you know what? I'm going for this. This is how I am. This is how I was born. This is what I was born to do. And once I made that decision, the rest became easy. But you have to have enough faith and inner strength to be able to do your own thing. And listen to those dreams, even when they're flying in the face of all logic and all understanding and conventional wisdom. I had to do all of that. I had to uncondition myself to be able to openly put credence in dreams. And because I knew for myself and the people that I worked with that they were important, but I was afraid to say so. But no longer. And my life has taken off because of that one decision based on dreams. So I would put to you, if there's a dream, particularly one that you keep having over and over, a recurring dream, what is it that it's trying to tell you? It's trying to give you information. Your unconscious mind clocks everything that goes on around you, whereas the conscious mind can only take in so much. So the unconscious has stored up all this information that it may pertain to your work, it may pertain to your relationships, it may pertain to your personal growth and your outlook on the world, but it's trying to float up this information to get you to look at it and make some decisions about what that information presents. And not to do so, I know for me personally, and even for my clients, that when we're being handed information and we're not listening, the universe will keep giving it to you. And not only that, it will make the message louder and louder and louder. One girlfriend of mine, in California, she loves to rollerblade. She needed to do something. Dreams kept telling her she wasn't listening. You know what happened? The universe knocked her flat. She ended up with a broken wrist and a badly sprained ankle. And she had to stay in bed. She had to stay off her feet. And then she had to listen. She was basically a captive audience and was forced to listen to that inner wisdom. So save yourself the aggravation. I'm telling you, save yourself the aggravation and listen to those dreams, even if they make no sense to you. Write them down and then give me a call. I'll walk you through how you can understand your dreams and make use of that information. Do you realize how many people, billionaires around the world, some of them who put great credence in their dreams, because that's what gave them the inspiration to be something, to do something, to create something that's giving them the wealth that they enjoy. So why cut yourself off from such a huge store of information that could be of benefit to you? Dreams are things, they're not just wishes, they're actual bits of important information that you should tap into. So I would challenge you as you go about your day, or rather your night, And think about, are you missing out on information, whether because you sleep too heavily and can't go past, bypass the dream sequence, and therefore don't remember, or you dream but you can't remember when you wake up? Write down what you can remember. As you make the effort to remember your dreams, your unconscious mind will help you. It will actually help you so that you retain the information, or at least the things with the most emotional charge, so that you can begin to work on those things. The things that you remember from your dreams, there may be 50 million things going on, but there's one thing or a couple of things that you will remember vividly. And those are the things with the most emotional charge and should be worked on. And I can help you with that if that's something you would like to do. But start by writing them down. Keep a little pad and pen or pencil by, near you at night, and just jot down, little words. It'll look crazy in the morning because you'll be writing in the dark and half asleep, but at least having those key words or phrases will help you to recall the dream when you wake up. And as you exercise that dream muscle, so to speak, you will get better at remembering, particularly the things you need to work on immediately. Well, that's it for me. I hope you found that information of use. If you have any comments, please do leave them. I'm always happy to receive comments and to respond to them. If you'd like to leave emojis, a thumbs up, love hearts, whatever it is, you can do that as well. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great evening and a wonderful week ahead, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.